guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am filming the Eyeshadow Junkie tag, and I've been tagged several times. I've been meaning to film this for a while, but I feel like it's just the time of the year where I have so many projects to wrap up and projects to start that I've kept pushing it off and pushing it off. And so today I was tagged for the third time, so I decided I should finally sit down and film this. So I will link the videos of everyone who tagged me down below, but I was tagged by Anya Marie, Amber F, and That Lady. So I will tag their videos down below, and then I know a lot of other people have done it too, so you can check out those videos as well. So the first question is, what is your favorite drugstore eyeshadow line? And I really don't have a ton of drugstore eyeshadow, you guys, and I feel kind of bad about it because I feel like I'm kind of like an eyeshadow snob, but I know that there is good stuff at the drugstore, but I have no need to go out and buy it and try to find it because I already have too much. So I will just share with you my favorite drugstore eyeshadow that I do own, and that is the Wet n Wild eyeshadows, and this is the Comfort Zone palette. I really love this palette. The quality is really nice, and I would love to try more of their eyeshadows, but I don't need any more eyeshadow, so sorry for the drugstore. This is all I've got. The only other drugstore eyeshadow I think I have is my L'Oreal Infallible shadow in Bronze Taupe, which is also really nice. I would totally buy more of those, except for I never reach for that one, even though it's beautiful because I have too much eyeshadow. So that's kind of where I am with that. The second question is, what is your favorite eyeshadow primer? And I really love the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, but I've been using this one for the past several months, and it is my favorite. It is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the shade Enigma. This was a limited edition one, so you can't get it anymore. I'm hoping it comes out again or something, but it is just kind of a nice pinky tone, and it blends out really nicely, and it just kind of covers any discoloration or veins or anything in your eyes, but it also doesn't get cakey and look weird. I found when I used the Eden one, I didn't like it because I would always get it caked up in certain spaces if I wasn't careful, so I don't have that issue with Enigma, and I really love it, and I'm going to be really sad when I use it up. But my other favorite that I have used at least 2 tubes of is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Next is, what was your first eyeshadow purchase and do you still use it? And so I guess technically my first eyeshadow was in 5th or 6th grade. It was really all the rage to wear a light silvery blue eyeshadow. So there was this kiosk in the mall that sold these loose pigment eyeshadows, and I had a few of those. I don't really remember what colors I had. I know I had a couple. I know I had a light blue, like I said. I think I had a purpley blue one. I might have had some more. I don't know. So I definitely don't have those anymore. But the first real eyeshadow purchase, I guess, when I was in high school was from CoverGirl and Jane. I remember having, I had a silver single from CoverGirl, and then I had a black single eyeshadow, and it may or may not have had some glitter in it, from Jane Cosmetics, and I wore those all the time through high school. I would layer them to kind of lighten up the black, or I would be really light with the black and kind of do a very light kind of smoky look, or I would just put silver all over the lid with black eyeliner. And I don't have those anymore. I think I still had the silver one about a year or 2 ago when I first got into makeup, but once I bought a bunch of new makeup, I kind of threw all that stuff away, so I didn't use it anymore. Number 4 is the best drug shadow eyeshadow dupe, and I don't have any that I haven't heard other people talk about. There's the Iced Latte Infallible shadow, that's a dupe for Stila Kitten. I bought that one for my sister. This one in this Comfort Zone palette is a dupe for the Black Brown or Matte Club, and those kinds of shades. There's a few different brands that have shades like that. I just can't think of any. I don't have that much drugstore eyeshadow, so I really don't have any more dupes for that question. Number 5 is, what is the most underrated? And I really struggled with this because I was looking at all my eyeshadows, and I feel like they're all very rated. Everyone talks about them. I don't have anything that's too out of the ordinary. I would say the ones that I have that are talked about the least maybe are the Makeup Revolution eyeshadows. These are more available in the UK. You can buy them at Boots or Superdrug, and I got two of their palettes when I was there. Limited products available on Ulta's website right now, but I've been really impressed with the eyeshadow palettes I picked up. So I guess this is my most underrated, even though I think like people who are in the UK definitely talk about them. So this is the What You Waiting For palette, and it's just really nice. The mattes are like very creamy. You can do a swatch right there. And then the shimmery ones are great as well, very pigmented. And I wore this a lot when I was trying at the end of my Pan That Palette challenge. When I used up all the lighter shades, I would reach for this. Also picked up this one. It is the Ultimate Color Chaos palette. This one just has a ton of crazy colors. I kind of bought this to, you know, the few times I've been tempted by the electric palette, I thought this would help me. So there's the blue one. So these ones aren't quite as pigmented as probably the Urban Decay electric palette, but I don't need that because this is kind of just for fun and for playing around. And if I ever want to try something with a brighter shade, I have a nice cheap alternative to the electric palette. So the next question is, what is your favorite single? And mine is definitely from Urban Decay. It is the shade Pistol, which is right up here. And I guess it's not really a single anymore because I put it in this palette. But that is it right there. It's just a very cool toned kind of taupey gray color. I really, really love it all over the lid. But I'm going to show you two because I can't decide. The other one is from Ardency Inn. It's a Monster Manuka Honey Enriched Pigment. And this is one, I think, you know, there was some hype around these for a while, but they're not really talked about that much anymore. So maybe this is a little bit underrated too. But it's also really expensive. So this is in the shade Honey. And this is just a really beautiful gold shade. Next is, what is your favorite cream shadow? And this is new to me, but it's definitely shot straight to the top of my favorites. This is the Benefit Creaseless Cream Shadow in the shade Birthday Suit. I've used, you know, I've had plenty of Maybelline color tattoos. Those are just a little bit drier and harder to work with, and this one is just so creamy and so blendable. I just really, really love it. It's right up here, and it's kind of a Your Lids But Better shade. I saw it described as that on a review, and I thought it was perfect because for me, it really is very similar to my skin tone, but it just adds a nice little sheen and shimmer. So you can wear it on its own like that, or you can wear it under other eyeshadows. And I've been reaching for this so much since I purchased it. I really, really, really love it, and I really want to try some more, but I'm trying to restrain myself because I have a ton of other cream shadows right now. Next is, what is your favorite neutral eyeshadow? And if you guys know me, I love my neutrals. Almost every eyeshadow palette I own is neutral. I have very few colorful eyeshadows. For this question, I'm just going to kind of show you my favorite neutral matte palette because all my palettes are pretty neutral, but this one has kind of been my go-to since I got it, and it's very new to me. This is the Too Faced Natural Eyes Matte Palette. I got this from my friend Nikki here on YouTube. I will link her down below, but for me, this is like my perfect matte palette. I have a couple other ones, but this one is definitely my favorite. That I just love. It's very simple and to the point. You have your warm trio, your pinky trio, and your cool trio. And the cool trio is definitely my favorite, these three right here. I don't really like pinks on my lids, but these kind of pinky shades are ones I can deal with. I really like them, and I prefer this to like light pink and mauve that are in the Lorac Pro. And then the warm shades, like these two, are just so pretty. I really, really love them, and I'm so happy to have this. I really, really love it. And this is definitely my favorite like neutral palette. I actually purchased one for my mom for Christmas. She asked for some matte eyeshadows and she likes it too, so I was really happy to share this with her. Then the next question was, your favorite colored eyeshadow? And I guess for me, for colors, the color I use the most is purple. And so I think my favorite colorful eyeshadow is from the Laura Mercier palette, and it is this shade right here. It's African Violet, and to me it's just very unique. It's a very gold and purple toned eyeshadow. I haven't really seen other ones like this. I'm sure there are somewhere, I just, you know, haven't seen them. And so it's kind of like an orchidy color, but it also has like a golden sheen, and I just think it's really, really pretty, and that's probably my favorite colorful eyeshadow. But my runner-up is, oh also newer to me, and I know that lady said the same one for her tag. So it is from the Gwen Stefani palette, and it is this shade in the shade Danger. It's this nice navy blue, and I've been loving wearing a very neutral eye and then using my navy, using this as a liner. So I have a navy winged liner. And I really like this because it is dark and kind of navy-ish, but it's also very bright. I have another navy shadow from NARS, and this one is just a little bit brighter and bluer, and you can tell a little bit more that it is a navy as opposed to a black, and I just really, really love it. The last question is, what is the best palette ever? And this was kind of hard for me. I really love the Lorac Pro, which I've mostly used up. I really love this palette. I think this is perfect, and it can complement, you know, any singles or any shimmery palettes you have. It's really, really perfect as a complement. But I'm sure no one will be surprised where I'm going. I'm gonna go with my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. I just think this is so beautiful. The packaging is, it's the prettiest palette I own. It's very heavy and substantial, and it is just, it's not very travel friendly. Everyone always like mentions if something is travel friendly. How often are we traveling? I travel more than maybe the average person, and I'm still not traveling that much. So that's fine. I don't know why I'm talking about that, but I just really, really love this. It has such a great variety of things. You can really do a ton of different looks, even though it doesn't look like anything too special to begin with. And, you know, the shades aren't anything crazy. I'm just going to cover up the mirror with this paper towel. You know, you can probably find dupes for all these shades. There's nothing, you know, totally unique, but I think having them all together is really, really great. I really love that there are so many matte shades. These three are matte, this one is matte, and the black one is matte. So that's really great. I've done, you know, really light natural eyes. You can do a matte look. You can add a little shimmer to your lid. You can do a brown smoky eye with this beautiful punk shade. I've done a gray smoky eye with this serious shade. And then you can, you know, add a little bit of gold if you're into pink. There's that. I'm not. And then the blue one, you can do a navy blue smoky eye, or like I said, you can, you know, use it as a liner. So I really, really love this. I think it's really versatile. If I like had to start my whole collection over again, I think I would definitely purchase this, and it would be a great like go-to palette. I think it's great for a beginner because not only does it give a lot of mattes and neutrals for really simple looks, but it does give you some pops to play with and kind of experiment with. So I just really, really love this. I think it's beautiful. Not to mention the fact that, you know, I'm obsessed with Gwen Stefani, but it has a huge mirror, and I just really love it. So this is definitely the perfect palette to me. So that is it for the Eyeshadow Junkie tag. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon.